Okay, the objective of the hexagon test is to measure the athlete agility. Okay, for this test, there has a few advantage and disadvantage. For advantage, this test requiring a limited equipment and limited space. For disadvantage, this test can only be performed by one person at a time. The equipment needed for this test is tape and stopwatch.
For do the hexagon shape, we need the tape. The length of each side should be 24 inches, which is 60.5 centimeter, and each angle should work out to be 120 degrees.
Okay, for precaution, the subject should wear a proper attire, which is a sport attire, a sport shoes, and the test should be done at the wide and flat area, which is on the track, in the court, or in the hall. Okay, the test will be started when the instructor command go to the subject and the time will be recorded. Okay, ready? Go.
So, I will tell you about the procedure of doing hexagon test. First, the person to be tested starts with both feet together in the middle of the hexagon facing the front line. On the command go, they jump ahead across the line, then back over the same line into the middle of the hexagon. Then, continuing to face forward with feet together, jump over the next side and back into the hexagon. Continue this pattern for 3 full revolutions. Perform the test both clockwise and anti-clockwise. Next, for the scoring. The athlete's scores is the time taken to complete 3 full revolutions. The best score from 2 tries is recorded. Comparison of the anti-clockwise and clockwise directions will show if any imbalance exists between left and right movement skills. The test will be restarted if the athlete jump on the wrong line, land on the line, or if the athlete land with 1 foot. This is the norms for the hexagon test. If the time recorded is 12 seconds or less, is excellent. 13 to 17 seconds is good. 18 to 22 seconds is fair. More than 22 seconds is poor.
Objective for this test is to monitor the development athlete ability to maintain in a balance in a static position. Advantage for this test is no equipment required, simple setup and conduct, can conducted by anyone. For disadvantage test is need assistant administer the test. For precaution for this test is sport attire, sport shoes, and one dry location.
First, the hands come off the hips, then the supporting foot lose contact with the knee, and the supporting heel touch the floor but only slightly. Alright, you should try it. Then, balance your body as long as you can. Next, this is the norms of standing stroke test.
On www.sportforscience.com, the Wingate test objective is to assess individuals' assessment on anaerobic power and capacity. There are some equipment that are needed to perform the Wingate test. Let's go.
First, a laboratory or testing room. Second, a cycle ergometer. For the cycle ergometer, you can adjust the seat and the handle according to the subject's level of comfortable. The pedal can be tightened to the subject's foot too. Before conducting the Wingate test, the instructor must make sure that the subject is comfortable with the cycle ergometer. Adjust the handlebar and the seat until the subject feels comfortable. Also, tighten up the pedal for the cycle ergometer. There are some procedures that need to be followed in order to perform a wing gate test. First, key in the subject's body mass. Then, set the test weight at 100 watt. For warming up, the subject must cycle between 60 rpm to 80 rpm for 5 minutes. After the warming up, with the help from the instructor for a 3-second countdown, the subject must accelerate maximally from 60 rpm to a maximum speed for 30 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1. Go first. Go Tia. Go. Go Tia. Ten second. Push. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
During the sprint, the performance of the subject will be recorded at the testing software.
This is the peak power output norms for active young adults.
Okay, this is your result regarding to your wingate test. This is your peak power 393. Your mean power is 261.83. And your rate of fatigue is 68.76, meaning that you can go more further because it is not 100%. So you can cycle a bit more power actually, but you can do it. And this is your mean power per body mass, 4.85, and peak power for body mass 7.27. This is your result for the ergonomic cycle wingate test.
These are all the machines that are going to be used during the test, which is an ergometer, treadmills, and also a computer to key in all the database and to measure the VO2 max test. First of all, I'm going to start with the precautions or the safety steps that should be used before we perform this. For this VO2 max test, there is a safety button that can be used in order to prevent injury or accidents from occur. You can push this red button or also pull these red strings, and then the machines or treadmill will be stopped from moving. These are part of the equipments that are used in the VO2 max test. There is a mask that are used to extract oxygen and carbon dioxide from our body, and also straps that are used for our safety precautions. Next, this is the 28 cm metabolic card flow meter calibration. Alright, next I'm going to talk about the preparations before we start doing the VO2 max. First of all, we need to use the heart rate monitor that are used to read our heart rate when we are running on the treadmill. We need to use it underneath our clothes, and make sure that the monitor are centered between our nipples. Next, we are going to wear the mask. The function of this mask is to help extracting carbon dioxide and also oxygens when we're breathing while running on the treadmills during the VO2 max test. We need to make sure that the masks are being wear properly and tight so that there will be no air leaking out of the mask, and also a case where mask fall down while we are running on the treadmills during the test. Make sure that the straps are being put in the right place and also tight. Next, we are going to wear the body straps. The functions of these body straps is to prevent us from falling down while we are running on the treadmills in case if we have slips during the run. These body straps are going to be attached to the machines. At the back of the treadmills, there is two buttons, which is a white button and a grey button. If you push the white buttons, it will turn on the treadmills, and if you push the grey buttons, it will turn it off. Okay, pause. Now we are going to show you guys how to use the metabolic cart flow meter calibrations.
First, we'll start with the calibration and then flow meter calibration. Okay, so it will appear like this. I need to stroke this for 6 times.
The functions of these calibrations is to make sure that the flow meter is in a good conditions. If there is any red line or mark appear on the screen, it means that the flow meter have problem.
Okay, so as you can see, there is no red appear, no error. So we can proceed with the test.
Alright, the flow meter is in a good conditions. Next, we need to fill up the database of the clients before they start the test and make sure that the equipments and everything are functioning properly. And for the last preparations, don't forget to connect the flow meter hose to the mask, and then you can start the test.
Press start.
During the test, the speed will start very slow for the first 3 minutes for a warm-up sessions. Then, for every 3 minutes, the speed of the treadmills will increase and also become more steeper as we are running at the hill. At the end of every 3 minutes, we need to record the client's heart rate and also the level of intensity, and then to kick into the computer. This is the results of our client's Zul Hilmi. For your information, he did not play any sport and he is a sedentary person.
So, this is the Bruce protocol formula for estimating VO2 max and the norms of VO2 max test. The norms for women and men are different, so there are two norms for VO2 max test.
It's unfortunate, but it seems like we have reached the end of our video. Thank you for watching and hope you guys get some lessons from us. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.